A journalist wrote a story. She had 24 sources. Every fact checked. Every source protected. 3 days later, the FBI opened a criminal investigation into her. Not into corruption, not into a threat. Into the reporter who made their director look bad. And the agents assigned to the case. Some of them are refusing. On the record, one said, they know they are not supposed to do this. So who exactly is running the FBI right now, and who is it actually protecting? Her name is Sarah Fitzpatrick. She works for The Atlantic. She spent weeks interviewing 24 people who work inside the FBI, agents, staffers, insiders, all speaking anonymously, all describing the same man. They said Kash Patel was using FBI jets to fly his girlfriend, country singer Alexis Wilkins, to concerts and to the Olympics. They said he sometimes became so intoxicated during official duties that his team couldn't wake him up. She published it. Every word sourced, every claim attributed. Within 72 hours, Patel filed a $250 million defamation lawsuit against The Atlantic and against Fitzpatrick personally. And then it got worse. Because that lawsuit wasn't the real retaliation. The lawsuit was the distraction. Here is what they buried beneath the lawsuit headlines: 4 separate breach points. A breach 1. The FBI launched a criminal leak investigation, not into classified documents, not into a national security threat, but into who gave Fitzpatrick unflattering information about its own director. Freedom of the Press Foundation called this outrageous, noting that the information reported wasn't even classified. This isn't whistleblower prosecution. This is a director using federal law enforcement to protect his personal reputation. A breach 2. 1 month before Fitzpatrick's story, a different reporter, New York Times journalist Elizabeth Williamson, asked Patel's girlfriend a few questions about her use of FBI security and government transportation. The FBI's response: they opened an investigation into Williamson, attempting to classify her journalism as federal stalking. She was never within physical proximity of the girlfriend. She asked questions. That is the crime they tried to build a case around. A breach 3. The FBI agents assigned to carry out Patel's leak hunt are internally resisting. One source said directly, "You're damned if you do and damned if you don't." These are federal law enforcement officers afraid of their own director, afraid that refusing an illegal order will cost them their careers. This is not a rogue agent story. This is institutional fear, running top to bottom. A breach 4. In January, the FBI raided the home of Washington Post reporter Hannah Natanson, seizing 2 computers, a phone, a digital recorder, a smartwatch, and a hard drive. 2 federal judges ruled the government could not access her devices. She was not under investigation. She had just won a Pulitzer Prize for reporting on Doge's mass firings. The raid happened anyway. The judges said no. Twice. Go back to where we started. A journalist. 24 sources. A published story. Now count what happened next. One $250 million lawsuit. 2 criminal investigations into reporters. 1 home raid on a Pulitzer Prize winner. And a team of FBI agents quietly telling sources they don't want to be doing any of this. This is the pattern. Not one bad actor making one bad call. A systematic use of the most powerful domestic law enforcement agency in the United States to silence, intimidate, and investigate the people whose job is to watch it. The First Amendment doesn't have a carve-out for stories the FBI director finds embarrassing. But right now, someone is acting like it does. And the agents being ordered to enforce it, they know it too. When the people guarding the truth start getting investigated for finding it, you're not living in a democracy. You're living in its last act. Subscribe to the Daily Breach. We report what they raid.